Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts at patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
To be or not to be. Not to be.
Let's get confusing.
Yeah!
Woo-hoo. Woo! Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Draft Action Hero, podcast where we draft action heroes. I'm
the podcast where we play grab ass for about an hour.
Yeah. This is going to be a real fucking weird one. Folks, I'm your host, David Bell, one of your hosts.
I am another host, Tom Ryman.
Yeah, and big thanks to James Rainey. They're the ones who told us to make this.
Yeah.
And so we've been making it, and you've been listening to it.
Yeah. This is all accurate.
It's completely accurate. This is, my God.
Mm-hmm.
My God. This is going to be, man. So for people who don't understand what's going on, if you haven't watched the last, I think, 6 episodes, we've been picking from a theme of action hero genre and picking from them like a draft.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are using a randomizer to decide a random scenario, a location, and a type of henchman. And then we are basically role-playing to figure out, what happens and who wins.
Yeah.
And we haven't kept track of much, because that's not the point.
Yeah, I have no idea who is currently winning. If any of us, really, you all are the winners.
Yeah. So today's theme. How do we explain this? We decided to do buddy action movies.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a list of action movie sidekicks.
Yeah.
And then we are going to team them up with our action heroes. But instead of action heroes...
They kind of count as action heroes.
They do. They do, but they're not action heroes that you think sidekick, which is why I think this is going to be so fun. We've decided to team them up with Mortal Kombat characters.
Mm-hmm.
Because fuck you, that's why.
Because fuck you.
And us. Fuck us.
This, fuck us.
Fuck everything.
Fuck it all.
We're going right off the rails.
Fuck it all.
We are not even standing on the rails for this episode.
No, hell no.
So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna team up a Mortal Kombat character with a action sidekick, and we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah,
So I guess I'll start by introducing these fucking sidekicks.
Mm-hmm.
We have, of course, Short Round. That is Short Round from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Hell yeah, it is.
Leo Getz, a.k.a. Joe Pesci with bleached hair in Lethal Weapon. We have R2-D2 from some kind of movie. We have
some fucking
Newt. Star
Wars. I don't know, man.
Yeah, some sort of Star Wars. Newt from Aliens, the orphan who dies tragically. Gib from True Lies. That's Tom Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
We have April O'Neil, who is the sidekick to 4, heroes in a half shell. Wilson from Castaway, because we thought it'd be funny.
It is kind of funny. You have to admit.
Yeah. We got Samwise Gamgee, because everybody loves Lord of the Rings. Zeus from the Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because hell yeah. Hodor from Game of Thrones. Fuck it. Danny from The Last Action Hero. The kid. And finally, Luigi. Yeah. Luigi from, I'm going to go ahead and say anything. Any property that we wish. Luigi. Do we want John Leguizamo
Any
Luigi?
Like any Luigi from any property? No, I think we specifically want John Leguizamo, right?
Okay. We can do... I like the idea of the little cartoon Luigi teaming up with a... I don't know. Yeah, we'll do John Leguizamo. Luigi Mario, then. His full name, Luigi Mario from Super Mario Brothers, the movie.
Yes.
Great film.
Yes.
Tom, you're going to have to familiarize us with the Mortal Kombat characters. You're clearly the Mortal Kombat expert. So there's only 12 sidekicks, and there's more Mortal Kombat characters, and we have decided that
Right. We're limiting our pool of Mortal Kombat characters to the first 3 video games because I feel like those are the core characters that people really care about.
Yeah.
Nobody really added from the games following those 3 games is really worth a shit. So
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, and because Dave and I are going to pick 6 of them each. We're going to draft 6 Mortal Kombat combatants with a K. To go with our sidekicks, because we have 12 total sidekicks, which means that Dave and I are each going to end up with 6. So it'll be an even split.
Yeah, and then we're only going to draft one combination from our pools. Ultimately, we're only going to have one Mortal Kombat character and one sidekick. But yeah, this is our way of boiling it down. So take us through these Mortal Kombat characters, Tom, because I don't know who a lot of them are.
Okay, well, Kano. You know Kano. He's the one with the metal eye.
I know Kano.
Liu Kang.
I know
He's
Liu
the
Kang.
chosen one. Raiden.
I know Raiden.
God of Thunder. Johnny Cage.
I know Johnny Cage.
Scorpion. Everybody knows Scorpion.
Yep.
He's the crow, the undead demon.
Yep.
Sub-Zero.
Yep, this all works.
Sonya Blade.
Yep.
You got some Reptile.
Yep.
Kung Lao, the guy with the little razor hat.
He's the razor hat.
Razor hat guy, yeah.
Got it.
Shang Tsung. Everybody knows Shang Tsung. Everybody knows fucking Goro. Everybody knows Goro,
of course.
Katana.
Yeah.
She's the princess.
Yep.
With the fans.
Who tells Johnny Cage to fight Sub-Zero with water? No, Liu Kang. That's Liu Kang.
Use the element which brings life.
Brings life. Thanks, Katana.
Thank you, Katana. Take you 5,000 years to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Melina, her evil clone.
Right. Isn't in the movies it's Mother?
No, Mother is Sindel. We'll get to Sindel.
Okay, we'll get to Sindel.
Well, that was Sindel right there.
Everyone.
We just got to Sindel.
Okay.
Sindel is Katana's mom who can do shit with her hair and also can scream really loud.
Got it.
Just scream the flesh right off your bones. We got Jax.
Yeah, we got
dude
Jax.
with the metal arms. We got Baraka.
Yeah.
Fucking dude with the sword arms.
The funniest Mortal Kombat character.
The greatest Mortal Kombat character. Jade. Jade is green katana with a staff. She's not gonna get picked.
Yeah, she's not gonna get picked. You're right.
Noob Saibot.
What is Noob Saibot?
He's the shadow ninja.
Okay.
Like, he's all black. He teleports. He makes a double of himself.
Why is he called Noob Saibot?
I'll tell you why, Dave. It's because Noob Saibot are the names of the 2 Mortal Kombat project leads reversed. Backwards. So Noob is Ed Boon.
Okay.
And Saibot is John Tobias.
All right. Well, thanks.
I mean, it's dumb.
No, you're right. No, you're not wrong. You're
dumb.
quite right. I asked the question.
To
so, yeah. No, thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Smoke. It's just he's another ninja. He just makes smoke. He's gray.
Yeah.
He has like the same powers as Scorpion. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Cabal.
He's
the dude with the Predator mask that can do the dash. He's got the hook swords.
I'm gonna have to Google Cabal real quick because I can't picture him. Nope, didn't help.
He's got the hook swords. He runs real fast.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 2 is where I kind of dropped off.
All right, he's a part 3 character.
Yeah.
You got Sector and Cyrax, the 2 cyborg ninjas.
Yeah, which one's the yellow?
Yellow is Cyrax.
Cyrax. Okay.
Cyrax has the grenades and the energy net.
Got it.
Sector's got rockets and he can do a teleport punch.
Got it.
We got Nightwolf, the Native American.
Yeah. Yeah.
He uses green energy and shit.
Yeah. Night Wolf's pretty fun.
We have Stryker.
Which one's Stryker?
Stryker's the cop.
Oh, right. Where it's like doesn't he just like shoot you? Like his powers sometimes is just shoot.
His powers is he just shoots you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Throws
Fucking
grenades
perfect.
and shoots you.
Fucking perfect.
And occasionally beats you with his nightstick.
Yeah. So just cop.
He's just a cop.
Yeah.
Also in the game, he looks like fucking Cole Meany.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah, look up a picture of him. But specify Stryker Mortal Kombat 3.
Okay.
All right, we have Ermac. Ermac is he's like a red ninja. He's a bunch of lost souls animated into a body who can do like telekinetic slams and shit.
He was in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
You got Rain.
Rain
is Katana's brother.
Right. His parents were hippies. That's why he's named Rain.
Yeah. Well, he's named Rain because he's purple.
Sure.
He can do like water shit.
Yeah.
You got Kintaro, who is like a Goro ripoff, only he's got tiger stripes and spiked pauldrons. He kind of sucks.
I mean, he doesn't sound like he sucks.
I mean, he sucks when you already have Goro.
Yes. But like, I'm just saying, like, if you got turned into Kintaro, you wouldn't complain.
No, like if in this draft, if you go first and you draft Goro, I'll draft Kintaro. I'll be like a little bummed, but it's not going to be like,
yeah,
you're still doing all right.
Yeah, you're doing okay.
If you got to draft Kintaro.
Yeah, you're the off-brand Goro, but you're still pretty cool.
You're still pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Motaro, who's the centaur.
Oh, who was also in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Mm-hmm. And then Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn is, of course, Brian Thompson.
The alien bounty hunter.
Yeah, the alien bounty hunter.
ABH himself.
Yep.
And that's it. I think I've got everybody. I did this list entirely from memory, so if I forgot, I don't think I forgot anyone, but...
Apologies to any Mortal Kombat character listening that Tom forgot.
Pretty sure I got them all.
So we need to start the draft, which means we need to flip a coin. Now, Tom, I can get up and get a coin, but I would have to get up. Mm-hmm. Do you want me to just flip something random on my desk?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to flip my asthma inhaler.
I don't like that.
Okay. I'm going to flip this cap. I found a cap.
Is there a program? Is there like a thing online that flips a coin?
I mean, I'm sure there is.
Listen, Dave, a cap doesn't have the same weight or density or as a coin. So
I can literally see a coin. So I'm going to get up. I'm not editing this out. I'm getting up. I'm grabbing a coin.
I just want it to be fair in the interest of fairness.
I'm getting it. Getting quarter. Okay, I'm back with a quarter, Tom.
Okay.
All right. So, heads or tails? Call it Tom.
Tails.
It's tails.
You have not gone first this entire show, have you?
I haven't. I can't. I'm never lying. It feels like I'm lying now. Where at episode 7, you have won every coin flip. Every single one. I will tell you when you lost. I will love it. You have my fucking God. All right. So how do we do this? Should we go through one of the lists and then the other list?
Probably.
All right. Where do you want to start? Mortal Kombat characters or
the sidekicks? We haven't. We did list all the sidekicks. Shoot, man. That's a good question. I don't know.
Well, let's start with the Mortal Kombat characters. We got to pick 6 each. Mm-hmm. So you pick 2, right? Or
yes.
you pick first. No, you pick first, and then I pick 2. Isn't that how it goes? We figured this out. You pick 1, I pick 2, you pick 2.
Yep, yeah. The person who drafts first picks 1.
Okay.
All
right, start us off.
Well, I'm going to grab Baraka.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because he's my guy.
That's fair.
Honestly, Baraka in any action movie situation is immediately hilarious.
Yeah. Well, for the exact same reasons, Tom, I feel like you know who I'm going to get next.
It's probably Goro, right?
It's Prince Goro.
Prince Goro.
Yeah. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and grab...
Are you grabbing a sidekick? Or
who's a real piece of shit here? No, I think we should do all the Mortal Kombat characters and then all the sidekicks, right?
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
Oh, man. Now, I know some of these are very powerful and could be picked for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of breaking our own rules here because we said nobody can be super powered.
Yeah, I'm going to grab Raiden.
I mean, fair.
Yeah. So that's 2. All right, it's on you. Well, no, it's not that they can't be superpowered. It's that they can be superpowered when that's the theme. And the theme here is Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
So we should figure out a way to make the henchmen more powerful, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what we could do? I got an idea, Tom.
Okay.
Whatever henchman we pick, we then also randomly give them the power of one of these. Like, they all have the same power, but it's all like they all have like Jack's arms, or they're all smoked as well. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make as much sense as anything?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, it's your turn to pick 2.
Okay. I'm gonna pick Shang Tsung.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, because I'm specifically imagining Kerry Tagawa from the movie.
Yeah.
And you want that motherfucker on your team.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah.
I think just for pure chucks, I think I'm gonna pick Stryker.
Stryker?
I think it's just a fucking stupid,
fucking cop,
schlubby ass cop.
I mean, this all checks out.
Yeah, so far.
Okay. I gotta pick 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get fucking Cyrax.
Sure.
No reason why. No good reason why. Because he's a fucking robot.
He is. He's a robot, and that's an advantage in many situations.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab what's her name? Sindel?
Mm-hmm.
That's the hair?
mom. That's the hair. The hair.
That's the mom?
The hair and screaming.
All right, Screamy Sindel. All right, that's mine.
Okay. I am gonna get Scorpion.
Oh fuck! He was right there.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Scorpion's a good one to have.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take Motaro. I want that big stupid centaur.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty solid
I want that big piece
one.
of shit on my team.
All right.
That
so what do we have?
Dumb asshole.
Oh wait, whoops. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Or I've got 5.
And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to pick 2 more. Sub-Zero, come on down. You stupid fuck.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna want the magician, one of the magicians for sure.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm picking fucking Shao Kahn down there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Shao Kahn.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Get the ABH on your team.
Yeah. All right, and you need 1 more pick.
Ah, that's tough.
Yeah, man.
1 more of these jabronis.
Yep.
I'll take Johnny Cage.
Ooh, good pick.
Yeah.
Solid pick. All right, so do we want to decide now what power we should pick for the one that gets bestowed to the henchman?
Yeah, sure.
What power do you think? And we can choose one of the ones that we have taken, I guess. But, like, we don't want Kano, right? We don't want them to have Kano powers. That's just basically a person.
Yeah, they could have, like, a laser eye and knives.
Yeah.
and just be a scumbag.
We could give them reptile powers.
Sure, they could all be reptiles.
What's Reptile's powers?
Oh, man, he can spit acid. He can throw, he can go invisible. He can throw, force energy at you.
Okay.
He's got powers.
All right, do we want to give them all reptile powers?
Sure, we can make them all reptiles. We can make them all like V.
Okay.
Like that show V.
Like that show V.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that show V.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for now, that'll be... All right, so let's choose from the sidekicks now. Now, do I want to test fate and flip a coin to see who goes first again?
I mean,
I say we get right into it because we're going to need the time.
Yeah, let's just dive right into it, man.
All right. So take your pick.
Of the sidekicks.
Yeah.
Short round.
That's fair. That's incredibly fair. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pick 2. I'm gonna immediately grab Wilson from Castaway because
because that's funny.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta be hype. Sometimes you gotta be hype.
And then I'm going to grab R2D2.
Sure. Fucking sure.
Yeah. All right. Pick away. Pick away, Tom.
I'm gonna take Leo Getz.
Fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
You are so right.
I'm going to take Leo Getz, and I'm going to take Luigi.
Luigi!
Look at Luigi! Eat my shit, I'm Luigi!
All right, I'm going to grab Gib from True Lies.
Sure.
Because he can get me into places. And I'm going to grab Samwise.
Okay.
Because he can get me into places.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, that's a thing that you want.
Like volcanoes.
Totes.
Yeah.
I'm going to take April O'Neil.
Yep, fair. It's hard.
I'll take Zeus.
Ooh. Zeus is kind of an action hero himself. Okay. I'm going to go on and scoop up Hodor. And I'm grabbing Newt from Aliens because she's had a tough. She's had it hard.
She's had it hard. Let her hang out with Goro.
Yeah, that gives you Danny.
Let her hang out with the Prince of Shokan.
I think she won't be surprised by much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got our teams. We have to combine them, but first we have to roll the scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So we're starting with our locations. Right now we have an airplane, the White House, a museum, a moving train, a theme park, a dystopian wasteland, an island prison, a castle, a secret laboratory, or like a Skull Island, like a Land of the Lost scenario. So, do you have any you want to add to that, Tom?
No.
All right, I'm spinning the wheel. Here we go. Wheel is spinning, and we have landed on secret laboratory.
Okay.
All right. Not that exciting, but that doesn't mean, I mean, things are going to go really fucked up no matter what. So, all right, now we have our henchmen. Remember, these are going to have reptile powers.
That's true, yeah.
So we got Nazis, marauders, cannibals, aliens, terrorists, mobsters, an evil sports team, ninjas, dirty cops, stormtroopers, vampires, a corporate army, or robots. Do we want to add anything?
No, I think we've already done vampires.
Have we?
Yeah, they were in space, you remember?
All right, I deleted the vampires.
Yeah.
Applying wheel changes.
Remember Fox Mulder and Ellen Ripley had to go to space to save the president's daughter from vampires.
Well, hold on. Were the vampires real? Or was that just Mulder?
No, you remember that was his strength. That it seemed like they weren't real, but Mulder is always right.
You're right. Okay, so I'm going to spin this wheel. Here we go.
Yeah.
Wheel is spinning. We are landing on Marauders. So far, I don't know. We might want to do a respin on one of these.
Okay.
We'll see what the scenario is. Right now, it's a little boring. It's reptile marauders in a secret lab. Okay, that's not boring, I guess. What we have for our scenarios, we have a hijacking, a hostage negotiation, a gang war, a blood sport, or a, Mortal Kombat, if you will. Revenge rampage, a treasure hunt, being framed for murder, a price on their head, hunted for sport, or dream crimes. Do we want to add or subtract, Tom?
No, I think we're all set.
All right, I'm spinning the wheel. Here we go. Let's find out where this lands. Hostage negotiation. God, that's boring.
Yeah, I don't like that.
All right, respin on the scenario?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and delete hostage negotiation from this wheel, and respin. I think we have a right for a respin. Bloodsport! It's a blood sport,
It's a kumite.
Kumite. All right, blood sport.
Hell
okay,
yeah.
so it's a secret lab where they're cooking up Mortal Kombat characters. Okay, no, hold on. Let's figure this out. It's a secret lab where they're making them run by marauders.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're giving each other reptile powers, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that checks out.
Where they have like a Mortal Kombat 3 arcade machine, and they're like, let's give each other like reptile powers and have a blood sport.
Mm-hmm.
And then they accidentally make whatever character we've decided to use.
Mm-hmm.
And the sidekick is there for some reason.
I think the sidekick's presence is going to be explained by a few different things depending on who the sidekick is, right?
Yeah.
Like if it's April O'Neil, she's there like trying to get the story, right? If it's Gib, he's there trying to like break it up.
You're right. We also need to decide upon who the henchmen are based on blood sport. So that means they are probably various blood sport contestants.
Sure, or they're like foot soldiers of whatever shadowy organization is holding the Kumite. And they're just mythical reptile people.
Okay, yes.
I mean, or it could be
I think they're going to have to fight in the blood sport, right?
Yeah. So we could have like a Shredder character who's just like dumping, like maybe it's like a Shredder situation where they're just dumping mutagen on people.
Yeah.
Who are your lizards now?
I'm trying to remember who the blood sports, the fighters were.
They were just different people.
But there's so there wasn't any distinct blood sport fighters?
There were a couple. I mean, there was his friend who was just was a sweaty drunk dude who punched people. His friend who just
hugged people and punched them.
There was a Capoeira
Ray
dude
Jackson.
who was yep. There was a Capoeira dude who was just flipping around like a monkey.
Okay. Yes.
There was
the guy. All right, we have the flipping around dude.
Yeah.
We have the the weird drunk guy.
You have Bolo.
But which one's Bolo?
What's his name? Chon Li, I think is his name in the movie.
Oh yeah, the dick, the main villain.
The dick, yeah, the villain. That's Bolo.
Okay, so that's at least 3. We got 3. We can count Van Damme as one of the people.
Are we going to have to defeat Van Damme? Is that
Van Damme with reptile powers?
Yeah, Van Damme with
I like the sound of that.
Acid spit and invisibility.
Okay, so it
checks out because Van Damme did briefly play the Predator.
Yeah.
So in our
villain boss.
In this version, this is Van Damme in his Predator costume.
Yeah. Well, is this Frank Dux?
No, I think it's Van Damme in a Predator costume.
Okay, so Van Damme. Okay.
Like in that green weird insect thingy that he wore, and then he's invisible and he can spit acid because he's got lizard powers.
Yeah, you're right. Van Damme in Predator costume doing lizard stuff. I'm just trying to figure out what our henchmen are, right?
Yeah, they're all lizards, different kinds of fighters.
Okay. Well, we have to do stages. Like we always need stages of so we have the blood sport, right? Mm-hmm. So we're fighting a few specific bad guys. Mm-hmm. And then do we try to take down the entire blood sport? What's the plot of blood sport?
They fight. That's the plot of Bloodsport. The plot of Bloodsport is he has to defeat Bolo because Bolo's an evil cheater.
Yeah, we're thinking about this all wrong. I just realized. Bloodsport, the movie, it's not just a blood sport. It's Bloodsport. So is there a part where Forrest Whitaker chases us down the street?
Probably.
Okay.
We have to evade Forrest Whitaker in heavy traffic. And where does it take place? Is it in Thailand?
Man,
I can't remember where it takes place. It's heavy street traffic.
Yeah. So we'll have a Forrest Whitaker chase. Mm-hmm. We'll have a blood sport. Mm-hmm. Is there another? There's got to be other action sequences. Is there? Is it just the fight? We have to do fighting blind.
Yes.
So we need. All right. So chased by forest. Blood sporting.
Yeah.
Final blind fight.
The titular act of blood sporting.
Yeah. Do we have any more stages to go with?
There could be like the training thing where like he breaks in to like steal something from the guy that ends up training him. Isn't that Bloodsport? Do I not remember Bloodsport well enough?
I also think fighting.
There also needs to be like
Van Damme.
Yeah, fighting
as
Van Damme,
Predator boss. Okay, so I think what we do is Bloodsporting. We fight the drunk guy.
Sure.
Drunk guy. The blind fight, we fight the guy, the shitty villain.
Bolo.
Okay. Chased by Forrest Whitaker. Bloodsporting, final blind fight, and fighting Van Damme.
Yeah. And then maybe...
you think that's enough?
I think so, yeah. We could maybe add a denouement about how we invent details of our life to sell a book in a movie.
Oh, that'll be final one.
Yeah, the final one is to sell an autobiography full of lies.
Yeah.
About a martial art tournament that you won that doesn't exist.
All right, and they're all marauders. I don't know if that matters.
I don't think it matters.
We're in a secret lab.
Right, okay, yeah, that checks out. That's where they're breeding the lizard men. Yeah,
they're breeding the marauders are breeding the lizard men.
The marauders are breeding lizard men to take over the world of MMA.
Okay, yep. Bam.
And the Mortal Kombat characters have been summoned from Outworld.
Okay.
By Dana White.
Okay.
To save his fortune.
And Forrest Whitaker is like, hey now.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker is like
thing?
investigating.
We go AWOL.
We go AWOL.
AWOL from the Mortal Kombat, and Forrest Whitaker is like, get back here.
Yeah, he could just be he could be investigating the Terran dimensions, and he's like, hey, you're not supposed to be here. Get back in your dimension, you. And we're like, no, Forrest Whitaker, I can't.
Okay, so who are you going to combine, Tom?
There's a lot of very hilarious possibilities here. I'm gonna put Baraka with Leo Getz.
Yeah.
I'm going to put...
but you can only pick one.
That's true. Oh, fuck, that's right.
We're only picking one combination here.
All right, well, I'm putting Baraka with Leo Getz.
Baraka with Leo Getz is exactly. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, I know one half of this equation is Goro. I know that. I don't need to look. I don't need to look at the other ones. The question is, who do I team Goro up with?
I'm going to have Shang Tsung will be a silent partner here. He's just going to watch and be like, make announcements during the fight.
All right, so it can be Hodor, so it can be Gordor. But Hodor, I don't know. I
mean,
I think I need someone who's less.
If you want what's going to be the funniest
fighter. I mean, I think I might have to do Wilson.
It's going to be Wilson, Samwise Gamgee, or R2-D2.
Yes.
Trying to picture Goro with any of those.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Hodor and Newt aren't really going to notice one way or the other.
No. Newt and Hodor, probably not.
And I think, Gibbs just going to roll with it.
Yeah. And so we got Wilson, Samwise, and R2. Fuck. This is so hard. This is the hardest decision I've ever had to make. We're 40 minutes into the podcast. We haven't started.
I mean, this is part of the podcast.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
the thing here is, no matter who you choose between R2-D2, Samwise, or Wilson, the end result's the same, right? Goro is going to use them as a weapon.
Yes, I know that.
They are going to be thrown at people.
I'm aware of this.
R2-D2 and Wilson are the most projectile shaped.
Yeah.
But Sam you can also use as a club.
Yeah. But all right, Wilson isn't very effective. Wilson literally just sits there. So I think that's why I have to go with either R2-D2 or Samwise. Roughly the same size and shape.
Yep.
I'm going to go with R2.
Yeah.
I'm going with R2-D2 and Goro. So we have...
honestly, yeah.
Goro and
fucking
R2-D2
at Goro.
Baraka and
Leo gets.
Leo. Oh fuck. Yes. Oh God, let the blood sport begin.
Oh man. This is going to be stupid and brief.
Yeah. Look, you don't know. You don't know, Tom. What if this lasts another 2 hours?
Oh man.
Okay, so we have everything locked down. We have our scenario. So, all right, Secret Lab, Goro and Baraka, both like in their different worlds. They left the Mortal Kombat people to go help stop the Bloodsport lab.
Yes.
Filled with marauding lizard henchmen.
They've been summoned by dark magic, via dark magic, by Dana White.
So yeah, and Forrest Whitaker, who works for the underworld, he works for the bad guys. They hire Forrest Whitaker, and they're like, "Go get them," because it's a secret lab, so they don't know what they're up to.
Yeah.
So the first thing is them getting to the lab and weaving through traffic.
No, we have to evade Forrest Whitaker in a foot chase.
I think so. I think this is what we have to do first. Do you want to go first, or should I?
You can go first, since I won the toss.
Okay. So, the first thing that strikes me is Goro will not be... He's not going to evade anyone.
No.
Like, Forrest Whitaker, probably the easiest man to evade. Goro cannot evade him. Everybody is running and scattering down the street.
Nor would he. Prince Goro is not going to evade Forrest Whitaker.
Right. R2 is running down the street after him, like, "Wah!" doing this like R2 screech. They're yelling. There's music playing, right? Happy music. And then, I guess Goro stops and turns around and lets Forrest Whitaker get to him. And then he picks him up by his two bottom arms, and using his two top arms, he bashes Forrest Whitaker's head in, as Goro would do.
Yeah.
He wipes the blood off on R2-D2, and then continues to walk on, but slower.
Now R2 is his battle can. He's marked. Yeah, he's marked him.
Exactly, and that's exactly. Now he's like, come with me, little metal object. You will be of much use. What was R2-D2 doing here?
Just going like, wow!
Yeah. But like, why was he even here in the first
to help him like open doors and broker deals and shit? I don't know.
All right, here's my theory. I'm gonna give him. They open the portal to the Outworld or whatever it's called. And they accidentally fucked up the portal first and went into the Star Wars dimension.
Oh, right.
And R2 went screeching out of it. And then they got the right portal.
He's driving around looking for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. And now he's like, I guess.
Message.
And honestly, R2's looking at Goro and is like, this isn't that different than Chewbacca.
Not really.
Yeah. So I guess I'll follow this motherfucker. And so Goro keeps walking. He gets to the lab, the secret lab. I guess he punches the door wide open, and that he has successfully evaded Forrest Whitaker.
Sure.
Wait, did Forrest Whitaker have lizard powers? I'm going to say no.
I don't think so. I think it's just Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah. All right. Well, now it's time for you and Baraka and Leo.
And Leo Getz. All right. In this, I'm going to say that like Leo Getz is working on retainer for Dana White. He's some sort of lawyer. He's got a lot of fingers and a lot of pies, that Leo Getz. So he's basically like...
He's working for Baraka, did you say?
He's working for Dana White. So by extension, he's like Baraka's valet.
Right.
So they're standing in the middle of all this traffic, and Leo's trying to negotiate with a taxi. Like, okay, I can give you. Like he forgot to get his money exchanged.
Right.
So he just has American dollars.
Of course. That's so Leo gets.
Yeah. Trying to negotiate with this cab driver. Baraka's just kind of standing there.
Right.
Like looking around. Not really
just
know.
breathing loudly.
Just breathing very heavily. He probably grabs some food from a street vendor and just starts eating it. And they don't say anything to him because, God, why would you?
You're not going to say shit. Oh, my goodness.
So they're still Leo's still haggling with the cab driver. Forrest Whitaker is approaching them and shouting at them to stop. It's like, stop! I'm Forrest Whitaker. You need to come with me and answer some questions down at Forrest Whitaker headquarters. And we got to get you back to your dimension, buddy. He says across 6 lanes of just absolutely packed traffic, like foot traffic, triple-decker buses, all kinds of stuff. It's just gridlocked. Right. Brock's just looking at him. I'm not entirely sure he understands English.
Yeah. He's a haunting character. He's a truly haunting.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically Khal Drogo in the games. If that helps you. So he's just it's just this hulking monster that lives in the desert.
Yeah.
He's just staring at Forrest Whitaker, trying to decide if this is going to be an issue or not.
Right.
Man, I'm trying to think about what's going to happen here.
I don't know. Anything can
literally
fucking happen.
Literally anything could happen.
Yeah, this is a real problem.
Okay, so Baraka gets tired of waiting for Leo to negotiate with his cab driver, and anyway, the cab's not going to make much difference. So Baraka's going to bust out his arm blades and use them to just start jumping and climbing across all the buses and cars, because he can smell the secret lab. He can smell the reptile blood.
Right.
And he's just like, I'm not waiting for this, Earthrealmer in your fancy silk hat. In my mind, Leo Getz is wearing a silk suit and a white linen suit and a hat.
Right.
he's dressed like a coke baron in the 80s. Because that's just what Leo figured they would be wearing in this country.
Yeah.
In this unnamed the country that I can't remember where Bloodsport takes place. So Baraka is just climbing across traffic like Wolverine.
Yep. Yeah, it's fucking on the loose.
Yeah. It's like a gorilla escaped.
Yeah, both of these guys are just real problems for pedestrians.
Just monsters. Like, we picked 2 monsters. This is so far from action. Yeah, he's just monstering his way across the street, cutting fucking tandem bicycles in half.
Yeah.
Ripping his way through buses.
Yeah. Killing just all the dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Every pet on the street.
He stops and stabs every dog he sees.
Yeah.
They're against his religion. Like in Outworld, his race of Tarkata are at war with the dog people.
Yeah,
and it's a centuries long war. So every dog he sees, he just stops and stabs it. And again, nobody's saying anything to him.
Right.
Several people are recording.
Yeah.
They've a path has started to clear around him. As it's becoming obvious which direction he's trying to travel in.
The cops have been called, but they are keeping their distance.
They are currently observing from the other side of the street. Yeah. It's like, I don't think we should get involved.
Yeah.
Let's just wait till he leaves. Then we'll. So yeah, he carves his way through dogs and traffic. Like an escaped gorilla with scissors taped to his arms.
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker kind of sees all this, and he's like, you know what? Forrest Whitaker is just standing across the street with the cops.
Yeah.
Like,
just in awe.
Yeah, man, somebody ought to do something about that guy.
Right.
Leo's frantically trying to keep up.
Yep.
Cursing at Baraka for moving. Would you stop? Would you stop? Could you not climb over the bus?
Yeah.
Could you slow down? Could you slow down?
Baraka.
Yeah, like he's like,
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry about your dog.
sorry about your dog.
Like,
Sorry
just
about your
fucking-
dog. Here, take my card. I do. That's not personal injury. What would it be? Small claims, or that would be claims court, right? Because dogs are considered property. Oh, civil court.
There you
He represents people in civil suits.
go.
So he's handing out his business card to lots of people in Baraka's wake, and they get to the lab, and he just cuts his way inside through the door.
Sweet.
Like there's a key. There's a key, but like,
that's not gonna
when you
work.
have like a 3-foot arm saber, that unlocks every door.
So we fall into the blood sport, right?
Yeah.
And like evil Jean Claude, who I guess is running this, is like, you fell right into my trap.
You have fallen into my
welcomed-
trap of reptiles, and now you must fight them. Eventually, you will have to
exactly.
fight me, but you will be blind.
Yeah. And so we get our first blood sport.
Mm-hmm.
It's against the big brute guy.
Bolo. Oh, the
He's
drunk
like,
guy.
The drunk guy. I forget his name.
Like Ray Jackson.
He's like, rah. Yeah. And so we have to fight him first, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
He's a drunk lizard man.
I think the surprising thing that's going to happen here for mine, R2 comes up behind and electrifies this guy. Just fucking electrocutes him. And Goro's like, whoa, shit. And the guy falls. He falls on the ground. And then Goro steps back twice and then forward once and punches really low and nothing happens. Mm-hmm. And then he steps back like 3 times and punches high and nothing happens. Mm-hmm. And then he steps back 3 times and punches, I don't know, low, and it's a fireball. And he fireballs this guy.
Mm-hmm. He's going to be very flammable at this point.
What, the drunk guy?
Yeah, he's soaked in beer and lizard sweat, and lizard sweat, as we know, is a combustible fuel source.
Yeah. That's true. Mm-hmm. And it fucking blows this guy's chest open because he's a lizard man, but it's a fireball.
Yeah, it's a fireball flung from the fist of the Prince of Shokan.
Yeah, he blows his chest wide open, keeps going, hits several spectators. Mm-hmm. The cops are outside. They're not sure what to do, right? Because this is all a big problem. I hadn't even thought about the fact that, they've come into this world. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's it. What's Goro's friendship?
He hasn't had one.
What?
He hasn't had one.
Oh no, he doesn't get a friendship?
Not to my knowledge. I don't think he's got
That's
one
so
yet.
sad. Well, he starts preparing a fatality, and then he realizes that he already blew a hole in this guy's chest. Mm-hmm. And he falls on the ground. R2 sticks his probe in it, like in the guy, and starts like tooling it around in there.
Oh, gross, yeah.
And it becomes clear that R2 is sexually aroused by this.
Yeah.
And is just fucking the flesh of this guy's body.
Yeah, no, I got that vibe from R2.
Yeah. Goro watches and laughs. I don't know. The drunk guy's friend
Drink some
is
kind
like,
of
no,
liquid from a goblet.
Yeah. He drinks. He gets a goblet. He sits down. He starts eating a turkey leg, just right there in the blood sport. Watching R2 just like fuck this body, because it turns out R2 right in his element. Like, this is not freaking out R2 at all.
This is where R2's always wanted to be, and it's just he was never like the Star Wars universe.
Well, R2's seen a lot of shit, and so I don't know. This isn't that surprising to R2D2. This is just what R2 does.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it. These are real quick with Goro.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of in their element, right?
They kind of are. Yeah, so Goro's just eating. No problems. No problems so far for Prince Goro.
That's fair.
Yeah. So Baraka versus the first.
Okay, versus
first guy.
versus the drunk guy who I always think is Hacksaw, but it never is Hacksaw.
Yeah.
Okay, so like Leo's moving through the crowd, handing his business card out to people.
Yeah. Yeah, he's getting in on this blood sport business.
Yeah, no, he's making connections. Like that's what Leo does, man.
Yeah, it's right in the name.
He's setting up deals already.
Yeah,
like he's
want.
already on the hook for some contraband.
Yeah,
he's gonna get some guy a bunch of cigarettes.
Yeah,
he's gonna get another guy a baby. Like, okay, so like Leo's moving through the crowd, he's making deals with people, and he's like, everyone he punctures, he says whatever you need, Leo gets, and it's like, and he keeps stressing that the bald guy with the teeth and the arms and the ring is with him. It's like, he's my angel investor,
right?
So if you don't come up with the cash, that means you're not paying him his cash. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to be on that guy's side,
right?
On the side of that guy.
Fucking Joe Pesci and Baraka just hanging
just
out,
wheeling and dealing. Baraka's still just kind of looking around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I'm trying to. Not.
I mean,
have him just stab the guy to death.
Well, here's the question: is Baraka even fighting? I don't know what Baraka's temperament is. Like Prince Goro, I gotta say, Prince Goro's into the blood sport.
Oh yeah,
he immediately is like, "Oh yeah, puny humans, they're no match for Prince Goro." I don't know what Baraka... Yeah, Baraka has fucking knife hands. We put him in exactly the situation in which they thrive.
Yeah. No, I mean, so yeah, they're both... I mean,
They don't have to defuse a bomb.
Mm-mm.
They don't have to, like, save somebody. They just have to kill people.
Yeah.
And they're very good at that.
Yeah. I mean, this like I've already said, he's basically knife-armed Khal Drogo, so I feel like this fight's going to go down very much like the dude that Khal Drogo kills at his like wedding or whatever that is. Like the guy that talks shit to him and he just like gets cut across the chest and that's what ends up killing him.
Right. I think I remember.
But yeah, so like Baraka's going to be like demands to be taken to Jean-Claude, their tribe leader.
Yeah.
Cuz that's how it works. He's like, "No, I'm just going to kill him and then I win." And then you guys are part of my team.
Yeah.
And like, not Hacksaw is going to take like a big swig of beer and like crush the can on his head and throw the can down at Baraka's feet and just burp at him.
Yeah.
And be like, "Let's tussle," or whatever dude said.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I'll just.
And then you probably just stab him.
And then yes,
I mean,
so they just stab. So like Baraka would just like stab him right through the center of his face.
Yeah, we have an interesting problem.
Just
here.
stabs him so hard that his skull comes out.
Yeah.
Like his skull comes out of the skin of his head.
Yeah, I do think the next fight is going to be tough because I think we're doing next fight. They're blinded, and then Van Damme. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So is that it?
Yeah, so Baraka just stabs him through the head so hard that his head comes, like his skull comes out on the other side, like sort of like shish kebabbed on his knife arm.
Yeah.
And then
that checks out.
It kind of tumbles off into the crowd, and Leo picks it up and sells it to somebody.
Yeah.
So it's pretty clean. You just gotta rinse it off a little bit. It'll look great. It'll look great.
Yeah.
Leo's making money today.
No, Leo's coming out of this on top. He's going to help sell that book.
Hell yeah, yes he is. He's going to ghostwrite the book.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
so
Baraka's going to break several typewriters. Trying to
typing
type.
is very funny. Very funny image. All right, so Goro gets spat in the face by the reptile. Blinding him. And he's like, "No!" He has, And so he's like, R2, you're going to have to tell me where to punch the guy. And R2 shuts down and forgets everything. At the most important moment when you need him, he just shuts down for no reason.
Boy, I hope the Force awakens.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh.
But he just shuts down, and there's like nothing. He just does nothing because he's like sad or something, like for no good reason, like a really badly written reason. R2 is just not available anymore, and so Goro is just sort of in this ring. But luckily, Goro has 4 arms.
He does. That's one of his defining characteristics.
Doesn't he have a move where he like spins?
I mean, he could. He can do whatever you want him to, Dave. He is a puppet in your imagination.
Yeah, here's what I'm gonna do. I got a good plan for Goro. All right, 4 arms. I'm gonna put them all outstretched, in a slapping position. And I'm going to start spinning in a circle as fast as I can, like a helicopter. And then I'm going to start walking in one direction. Now, there's no guarantee that I will go in the right direction. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to give myself a coin toss to decide. So heads is the right direction. Tails is the wrong direction. I'm tossing this coin. It's tails.
Okay.
Of course it's
tails. So you go spinning in the wrong direction.
So I'm spinning in the wrong direction. I start slapping several faces of spectators.
All kinds of faces.
Yeah, my palms are like as big as hubcaps. So they just start like slapping heads off, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like at first the fingers are grazing them and then it's just like whap, 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 whap. So just like hard palm slapping against these heads. A lot of the heads are just like kind of like breaking to the side, not coming off. I think I get under like a good hit of one of them, and it goes flying across the room, slams into R2D2, just like like a watermelon hitting a trash can.
Yeah.
And then I just like grind into half of the audience. I fall over. I get back up, like the song. And I start spinning in the other direction. At this point, I feel like the bad guy has figured out what I'm up to. And probably is moving or ducking. Shit. I got myself in a real hole here.
All right. Pickle.
So okay. I'm going to wipe the blood in my eyes. That'll hopefully get me unblinded. And keep spinning. I feel like he's like punching me in the kidneys at this point, though.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. The moment they attack, though, I got 4 arms. One of them's bound to grab this motherfucker, right? So I get him. I get him in my little arm hands, and I just start pulling. Yeah, right? Just pulling things. Like I grab
right,
like I probably grab
when you grab like 2 ends of a shoelace. I'm just going to yank these in opposite directions until something gives way.
So I grab like his nipple and like his thigh, and I just pull because I can't see, so it's weird.
Yeah.
And like that first attempt, I kind of rip off the leg and like the front of his chest, and so I try again. This time I get like I don't know, a hand and like his ass cheek. And the ass cheek comes right off. The hand comes right off. He's fallen on the ground. The crowd is silent at this point because I can't see. So I'm like really fumbling with ripping this guy apart.
Yeah.
So it's taken a while.
Yeah, it's a real slapdash job.
Yeah, I slip a little in the blood. I stumble forward. I'm like, hit my shin on R2.
Useless.
Having just a lot of trouble. And finally, I get the guy by like the jaw, and like I don't know, the spine, and that does it pretty well. It's still kind of messy, like because I don't get too much leverage, so the jaw comes right off, and the spine is like kind of out, and like it still takes a second, you know. It's not an instant death.
It's not elegant.
It's nothing about it's elegant. And then I sit down and try to act really cool about it and keep eating my turkey leg.
And your goblet.
My eyes are really red.
Your eyes are just swollen and he's crying.
Yeah.
Like tears are coming out.
Yeah. And then R2 comes back to life. And I think that's it.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, that works. All right, blind fight Baraka.
Okay, blind fight Baraka. Like, okay, so the new opponent, who is it, Bolo? I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't even think about who the opponent was.
Bolo.
It is,
Bolo
right.
walks into the ring, and they're getting ready. And then Leo shouts at Baraka about, like, how much money they've just made. And Baraka turns around and is like, what? And then he turns back around in time to just get a face full of blinding powder. Just right into his shark-like eyes.
Yeah.
Which sends Baraka into just a white-hot fury.
Right.
So he's just going ape shit. Just blades out, fucking swinging in all directions, going as hard as he can. Meanwhile, Leo's on the outside of the ring shouting, he's over there! Behind you! To the right! To the right!
Right. He'd fuck up telling, he'd be like really panicked.
Yeah, he's fucking up telling Baraka where Bolo is at. Bolo keeps hitting him, and he's getting more and more pissed. So finally, he just grabs Leo, swings Leo around him by the ankle to trip Bolo. And then by the sound and the scent of Bolo, he is able to locate him after he's tripped him with Leo.
Yeah.
Kind of tosses Leo to the side. Leo's cursing about, why you gotta grab me like this? Got my nice suit. It's a nice suit. He's rubbing my nice suit. You always hassling me. You always giving me a hard time. So Leo's just
Cats are always bullying me.
Always bullying me. So Leo's complaining about his suit and about how Baraka's bullying him as Baraka proceeds to just chop Bolo into horrendous little pieces. He's just overtaken by an animalistic fury. Likewise, the crowd is completely silent.
Yeah. No one's enjoying this blood sport.
It is not.
And remember,
nobody's happy.
They're all marauders. They're
happy.
marauders, and they're still not into it.
They're not chanting Kumite. They've even turned off the music. Like nobody's.
Yeah.
It's just like wet noises and like furious grunting. That's all you can hear.
Yeah, it's real bad.
So the fight's over. His sight's kind of returning, but his eyes are all puffy and watering, and his nose is running. And now he's like sneezing uncontrollably.
It's disgusting.
There's
a spittle on the audience.
He looks like a fucking demon shark man.
Oh, perfect.
With puffy eyes and a runny nose, just sneezing all over himself. And a pool of viscera. Don't look at me.
Oh, fucking Baraka. All right. Is that it?
That's it.
All right, we're down to Van Dam. So he steps in the ring with Van Dam, and Goro's really feeling himself now. This little guy. But holy shit, Tom, it's Van Dam. As in the original, like, Johnny Cage, right?
Yeah, it's who Johnny Cage is based on.
So Van Dam does a split and punches Goro in the balls.
Yep.
Because of course he does.
Yeah. That's what you do.
Yeah, makes a hilarious face. He grabs his balls with two of his lower hands while his other hands are outstretched, and he goes, oh!
Shang Tsung appears and calls him a dumbass.
And Van Dam just waits, and then Goro like pukes a little. He sits there and breathes for a second, and then he regains his strength. And then Van Dam does another split and just punches him right back in the balls.
Yeah. And
Goro holds his balls again,
he's gonna pop that sack.
Oh, And like it's a ball loop. He can't do anything. He's fundamentally locked in this moment.
Yeah.
Where Van Damme just keeps punching him in the balls.
He's Groundhog Day and getting rocked in the nuts.
Yeah. And like he starts like God, the bile in his throat as he keeps vomiting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the turkey leg. He's vomiting the turkey leg.
Yep.
And the crowd is again silent throughout all of this. They're not sure what to make of it. One of them's kind of cheering, but they're not sure.
Mm-hmm. Do I clap for this? Do I clap for this?
Yeah, do I clap? It's just a monster getting punched repeatedly in the balls.
It's just a monster getting his testicles shattered.
And like Goro can handle it all right. So like he just keeps getting the pain shooting through his body like a nerve, you know? And like this happens, I don't know, 7 or 8 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then
probably for about 10 straight minutes.
Yeah, and then Van Damme feels something wet on him, on his back, and slippery, and he sees R2 is covering him with oil from his like valve, and R2-D2 just goes ahead and lights him on fire. Lights Van Damme on fire, yeah, in a delightful, cartoonish way. He's like, oh, and like flies, uses his jets to light him on fire, right? That's how.
Yeah, well, he
flies away.
Lit like 3 battle droids on fire.
Yeah.
in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, in a real brutality move.
Yeah,
Van Damme lights on fire, covered in oil. He's screaming. Goro's recovering still, so like through watery eyes, he watches as
I feel
this
like Goro's
predator
also screaming.
Yeah, that's true. Goro's screaming. Yeah, you're right. Van Damme is screaming. Everybody's kind of screaming.
Balls are swollen to the size of grapefruits.
Yeah.
He's just got a horrible purple nutsack.
Yeah, R2's doing great.
Yeah.
Is flying around the room. And Van Damme just like falls to the ground and just slowly burns to death. Just stinking up the room. Goro is just vomits a few more times. I think passes out. I don't know. R2 just, gets all the money. Is there money? How does Bloodsport end?
There's money.
All right. And R2 just sits there, I guess, like an asshole.
I feel like he could just drive through the crowd and stick people up for their money at that point.
That's true. He could just start zapping people.
Give me your fucking money.
Yeah. No, I think, not Predator, Goro eventually recovers.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes back and he writes a book saying that, no, he won it, not R2.
Mm-hmm.
He's the winner. And he rewrites it being like he was really awesome and he didn't get punched in the balls a lot because it's Goro.
There's like 50 pages about how he never got punched in the balls.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like he's really telling on himself in the memoir.
Yeah, exactly. It's not well written, that's for sure. And like he betrayed his brother, he betrays R2. R2 sues him, takes him to court.
Real dramatic,
it like really stretches out. It's this long thing. Goro wins because he's royalty. He wins the lawsuit. Ultimately, he badmouths R2. He says that R2's like, I don't know. He says that he can understand what R2's saying, and it's all racist. And R2 is eventually kind of he runs out of money because R2 doesn't have much money.
No, he's a robot. There's not.
Yeah,
you can't get paid when you're a robot.
Yeah, and so
they don't.
ends up.
They're not paying those self-checkout kiosks.
Right. He has a few friends at this point. He sleeps on their couches. He's trying to get his life together. He wants to write his own book about what really happened. Mm-hmm. But everybody's kind of like, don't do it. He'll countersue. It's just, he's still bitter. He talks about it. It's like 20 years.
Yeah, it's a real legal quagmire. You don't really want to walk into it.
Exactly. 20 years after this, R2's still bitter about it. Mm-hmm. And that's where we're at with R2 right now. He hasn't resolved his life. Mm-hmm. Maybe he'll get things together.
It's been put on pause, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's not like Goro started he started teaching karate and self-defense books and classes.
Right. It's he's had
every now and then they bring him in to train cops.
So many of his techniques require you have 4 arms, so he has to.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Right. So most of the techniques, they're like, well, we can't really do that. Goro, I'm sorry. So he's kind of a hack too. Like, he's not living his best life either. But it's just these two people that are just kind of bitter. And one day they're both at the same bar, and they see each other, and they remember the good times, Mm-hmm. And then Goro just smashes R2 into pieces. Just demolishes him, and he goes to jail because R2's a citizen at this point. Mm-hmm. So Goro goes to jail. It's like the trial of the century. He gets the chair.
And does the chair have 4 armrests?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's how this ends.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Your turn to fight Van Damme.
It's a fitting end for the subterranean prince of Shokan. All right, so
he finds religion before the chair. Sorry, go on.
Sure, yeah. He puts out the caged wisdom books.
Yeah.
Okay, so Van Damme does just a dazzling flip into the ring, and it's like, okay, Fang Face, now it's time for you to face the King of Kumite. And he turns invisible.
It's perfect.
Baraka's like,
all right.
What?
He can turn invisible. I forgot.
Yeah.
He can do that.
Yeah. He turns invisible. Slides in for his trademark Van Damme split and crotch punch. Mm-hmm. And this is when we all discover that Baraka's dick also has a retractable blade.
Oh, no.
So it comes out and stabs Van Damme's fist just right through his arm, his cock knife. Because when you're punching a guy that's made of knives, you have to sort of expect that they're everywhere.
Yeah.
So Baraka's
that is very true.
Dick just violently births a knife, and it stabs Van Damme's hand, and then Baraka just eats him. just a lot of biting and stabbing.
Yeah.
And then Leo is trying to get the crowd hyped. Did you know he could do that? I didn't know he could do that. Wow. And they go, he's crowned the King of Kumite. He doesn't really know what it means. He tries to bite the crown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
So they go on to publish a best-selling memoir. Leo writes the foreword, which is 160 pages long.
Yeah.
And then the portion of the novel that Baraka is responsible for is a bunch of disturbing, indecipherable drawings.
Yeah, that checks out.
Lots of crushed insects. A tanned piece of skin. We're not sure where it came from.
Yeah.
Lots of portions of the pages look like they've been chewed on.
Yeah, that checks out.
Several pages definitely smell like urine.
Right.
Again, lots and lots of really disturbing drawings.
Right.
That appear to have been finger painted with someone's blood. Probably Baraka's.
Probably, but you never know.
Mm-hmm. It does particularly well in Kindle sales.
Oh yeah, that checks out. No one wants to touch, even if they are copies. No one wants to touch the book or have a physical copy. It just feels
right.
Wrong.
Having a physical copy.
Yeah, it's like having the Necronomicon.
Right. Yeah. You can faintly hear it vibrating when it's in your house. It's a low murmur. Baraka gets a lot of Earth dollars. He doesn't really know what to do with them.
Yeah.
But
maybe he sleeps in them. I don't know.
Yeah, he learns. He makes coats out of them. He makes clothing.
That checks out.
He learns he can buy guns with them. So he starts buying lots of guns and sending them back to Outworld. This is a plot point in the video game, actually.
That's great. Well, because in Mortal Kombat, it's like, you know what they could use? Guns. It'd be like most of them. Like again, this cop. Like, guns will do it. Like, Goro, if you have a gun, you just shoot Goro. And
Goro could have 4
congratulations.
guns.
Yeah.
Imagine
Goro with 4 guns.
But yes, in the latest game, there is an entire plot thread where Baraka buys guns from Kano.
That is extremely funny.
Yeah, so he figures out he can buy like tanks and shit. So yeah, Baraka's going back to Outworld with lots of clothing made of money.
Yeah.
And a bunch of weapons.
The Outworld people are like, what the fuck happened to you?
Lots of fire axes. Baraka was really taken by fire axes.
Oh yeah, and Goro with 4 fire axes would also be fun.
Yeah, these are so cheap.
Oh shit! All right.
A lot of appliances, like he thinks microwaves are a weapon.
They are kinda. They feel like a weapon.
He uses them to trap members of the opposing dog tribe with which they're at war.
Yeah.
With whom they're at war.
That checks out.
And yeah, Leo makes a fortune as Baraka's co-writer, agent, representation, all of the above.
Yeah. Man, everybody got out on top.
And Dana White continues to rule the MMA. Baraka will once in a while stop by to do guest commentary with Joe Rogan. And invariably, there's a 2-hour episode of the Joe Rogan Experience where Joe Rogan interviews Baraka.
Yeah, and people are like, oh, God, it's so problematic. Like, he's killed so many dogs. Why does Joe Rogan hang out with him or talk to him? And
so
you know.
Let me get this straight. You just see a dog. Yes. just like any dog. Yes. And then you just kill it. Yes. And you don't see an issue with that. Why is there a problem with killing all the dogs? Our people have been at war for hundreds of years.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, we make beautiful podcasts.
He takes pauses to vape.
Baraka or
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Baraka definitely vapes. There's no question about Baraka vaping.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
There's not a dog here, is there, Joe Rogan? No, I don't believe in pets.
Oh man. God, I would do so much to see Baraka on Joe Rogan.
On Joe Rogan? That's yeah.
That's the dream right there.
It really is.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
Holy shit.
I think we've somehow managed to do something this time.
Because my Goro got executed by the state, I guess you win.
Sure, yeah.
I didn't even plan that. I just, that was the natural progression, Prince Goro. Because he's not a prince on Earth. You know, here he's just a criminal.
I mean, maybe he has diplomatic immunity. I don't know. You could have pulled that card.
True. That's true. Oh, yeah. And then, like, fucking
Danny Glover shoots him in the face.
Danny Glover shoots him in the face, yeah. And it all ties together. We connect the worlds. Yeah, fucked if I know if this was anything, as always.
Yeah, that's the tagline of the show.
Yeah. But a big thanks to James Rainey, as always, for making this happen. I hope this worked. I'm sorry if it didn't.
I mean, I'm not.
No, I'm not. No apologies.
I'm not apologizing for anything.
That's our other motto for this is
never apologize.
Draft Action Hero, no apologies, no refunds. This is what you get. I hope you liked it. I should tell people about our Patreon.
You should, yeah. We should definitely
Patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. We have exclusive podcasts there like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman and Fox Mulder is a Maniac. You can have custom podcasts made like this one. You can watch movies with us every Friday night. We watched the trilogy that is Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and The Wizard last night. You know?
It really connected. It was very really synergistic. Yeah.
So check us out.
It was an Ouroboros.
Yeah.
We also have a store, tpublic.com/store/gamefullyunemployed, where you can get t-shirts, masks, mugs, stickers, posters, all kinds of things.
Woo!
Check that out.
Check it out.
Out.
Yeah, and you can go if you feel confused about this episode, go back and listen to the other ones if you haven't, and you won't feel differently.
You won't feel less confused.
You won't feel less confused.
You may feel differently, but it won't be less confusion that you're feeling.
Right. You might
that
feel
will
like,
not be the experience you have.
Yeah, more anger. I don't know.
Maybe something could possibly change.
Something might pops in your brain, and like your eye starts bleeding.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of things that could happen.
Your eye may explode.
Yeah. You're gainfully unemployed. Your eye may explode.
Your eye may explode. From a tension headache.